Yesterday was a dream come true. The lights of New York shimmered brighter than ever, not because of the city itself, but because of the sheer brilliance of two radiant Filipinas who just etched their names in history. Rein Gonzales and Katherine Constantino have brought back-to-back glory to the Philippines by winning the prestigious Miss Queen of the World 2025, and the world stood still in awe. The stage was ablaze with beauty, passion, elegance, and the fiery spirit of the Filipino woman. Today, we bring you a once-in-a-lifetime pageant spectacle, a sensational journey of grit, grace, sisterhood, and celebration. Mabuha and Namaste. Welcome back to Mr. Darkman TV, your one and only destination for extraordinary stories, emotional journeys, and world-stage spectacles that bring the heat and heart in equal measure. I'm your host, Zanab Sabir, and today, you are about to experience something monumental, an unforgettable chapter in pageant history, where not one but two queens brought the crown home. So before we dive into word masterpiece of beauty, drama, and destiny, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. This is the story of the Philippines' golden moment at Miss Queen of the World 2025, and trust me, it's an extravaganza you'll never forget. Held in the dazzling heart of New York City, the Miss Queen of the World 2025 pageant was more than just a competition. It was a global celebration of beauty, strength, and culture. Amidst the swirling gowns, electrifying energy, and thunderous applause, Rein Gonzales emerged as Miss Queen of the World 2025, while her fellow Filipina, the ever-elegant Katherine Constantino, was crowned Miss Queen of the World 2025. This wasn't just a victory, it was a back-to-back domination, solidifying the Philippines as a powerhouse of poise, intellect, and heart. From the opening parade of nations to the gripping final Q&A, the competition was fierce. Delegates from across the globe dazzled with their beauty, intelligence, and charisma. But Rein and Katherine brought something else. Something indescribable. Call it soul. Call it heart. Call it Filipino pride. Their every move, every word, every glance captivated the global audience and the judges alike. And just when we thought we couldn't be more inspired, Rein Gonzales, now proudly wearing the crown, shared a message that struck straight through the heart of millions. Yesterday was a dream come true. It's been years in the making for this moment. Beyond grateful for the immense love, messages, belief, and support. Her words weren't rehearsed or glamorized, they were real, raw, and filled with love. She reached out to her fellow delegates, saying, "To my sister queens, may you never stop believing in the beauty of your dreams. May you run and pursue them wholeheartedly. I am blessed to have experienced this past week with you. What an honor to share a stage together." To Elise Lee, the powerhouse CEO and director of the Queen of the World pageant, Rein offered deep gratitude. To the CEO and director of @queen_of_the_world_pageant_, Elise at Marcellus League, I look forward to this next year. Thank you for producing a beautiful show and gifting me a moment which changes the trajectory of my future. She also saluted her fellow title holders. To my three sister queens who will be representing their respective divisions, congratulations. You did it. Let's go and leave our impact in this world. And then, there was the emotional moment where Rein acknowledged the backbone of her success, her team. To my team, I am so lucky to be surrounded by hard-working believers who walked this journey with me till the end. We did it. It is only the beginning. But perhaps the most touching part of her message was reserved for the man behind the queen. Lastly, to my loving and supportive husband Randy, I wouldn't be able to do this without you by my side. You are my world. Thank you for being my rock. She signed off with elegance and love. Signing off as yours truly, Mrs. Queen of the World 2024, as the tune of Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston played softly in the background, sealing the moment with musical magic. As the announcement was made and the crown was placed upon Rein's head, tears flowed freely, not just from her eyes, but from those watching from Manila to Mindanao. Katherine, standing tall and graceful beside her, completed the picture of a historic moment. They waved, they hugged, they cried, but more importantly, they proved that the spirit of the Filipino can soar above any challenge. Fans wept. Former queens rejoiced. Journalists typed feverishly. The world had just witnessed something rare, a back-to-back win on one of the biggest stages, made even more special by the warmth, humility, and sincerity of the winners. This wasn't just about a crown. This was about legacy. Rein and Katherine's sisterhood with their fellow queens was evident throughout the pageant week, from rehearsals to red carpet moments to shared tears backstage. They celebrated each other, lifted each other, and reminded the world that competition can coexist with compassion. Their message to aspiring beauty queens worldwide was loud and clear: run after your dreams. Chase them hard. But never forget where you come from and who walks beside you. Directed with visionary brilliance by Mrs. Elise Lee, the show was a masterclass in elegance. Held in a packed arena in New York City, the stage shimmered with digital backdrops, cultural motifs, and empowering themes that celebrated femininity and leadership. From national costumes to speech rounds, every segment was curated with flair. The moment Rein walked out in her final gown, a silvery ensemble shimmering like moonlight, there was an audible gasp in the room. When Katherine spoke during the Q&A round, her clarity, calmness, and confidence sent waves across the hall. These queens didn't just represent a country, they represented a belief system where authenticity reigns supreme. One of the most beautiful aspects of Rein's journey was her deep love and respect for her husband Randy. Unlike many pageant journeys that focus only on individual success, Rein's narrative was always inclusive. She brought Randy along every step of the way, not just physically but emotionally and spiritually. Their partnership became a modern-day love story set against the backdrop of glitz, proving that love strengthens queens and kings alike. Rein and Katherine are now more than just beauty queens. They are ambassadors of change. Their reigns promise more than photo shoots and galas. They promise campaigns, educational initiatives, environmental missions, and cultural outreach. Rein has already hinted at mental health advocacy and empowering young mothers. Katherine, known for her passion for literacy and women's entrepreneurship, plans to launch cross-cultural mentorship programs. And so, dear viewers, as the curtain falls on one of the grandest pageant moments in modern history, let us raise a toast to the queens of today, Rein Gonzales and Katherine Constantino, who not only won crowns but also hearts. From the neon lights of New York to the shores of the Philippines, their journey has sparked hope, pride, and endless inspiration. Thank you for joining me on this unforgettable ride. I'm Janab Sabir, and you've been watching Mr. Darkman TV, where stories ignite, queens rise, and the world watches in awe. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon, because more magic is coming your way. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep believing, and remember,